unrelated girlfriend away, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I am back with a Joseline's Cabaret Atlanta season 2. We have a serious problem. This is what, episode 6 or 7, girl? I don't even know. But let's just jump right into the review. So it's always weird to do like a Joseline's review and then like the prior episode there's not a fight. So we're really just giving a quick little recap. We know the little weird exchange between mz.natural and Big Lex. We also have the Joseline's photo shoot. We have the girls, you know, doing the meet and greet and things of that nature. So they're just doing the quick little recaps of what happened on last week's episode. The real scene starts with Lexi Blow and Sapphire. They're pretty much just, you know, reflecting on the meet and greet, how much fun they had. Like, you know, I'm feeling good. I was talking to my kids this morning. Both of them said they were talking to their kids with an S child, plural, okay? They are a mother, for real. And I'm like, oh girl, how many kids they got? The girls are just so surprised and so happy to, you know, to feel like how well they were received, how Joseline was received, because, you know, Atlanta is her old stomping grounds. They talk about Yummy being the captain. They're like, I don't really know, but, you know, she's the captain for right now. Chanel walks in and their mood honestly just changes, and she's like, oh, I just want to show y'all the pictures from last night. We was having such a good time. And they just looking at her like, girl, please. I don't know, you might be a flip-flopper, but Chanel brings up the fact that Bosstec was drunk. Okay, Bosstec was drunk out of her mind, apparently. Sapphire just outright said, girl, I want an apology the way she was acting. So what happened was Lexi Blow, Ms. Natural was giving Lexi Blow a foot massage or something like that, and Lexi Blow's long second toe, okay, triggered her to talk about some girl in the club at Magic City, and, you know, I'm from Magic City, and she said, Sapphire, I'm so disappointed in you, and, you know, all of this. They was calling her the Magic City Mascot, which is shady as I don't know what. And honestly, y'all, I didn't know that club loyalty was a thing. All the strippers I ever known was like on skates around at these clubs. Like, I don't know, maybe when you make a certain amount of money there, you're like, girl, I'm loyal to this spot. That goes to show the type of strippers I was around. Girl. No, but yeah, they talk about like, is she loyal to the club or is she loyal to Joseline's Cabaret? Because we trying to better that. Sapphire is adamant, you know, Bosstec is older than all of us. She need to be setting the tone. I don't like how she acted. She's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and all this and all that. So Joseline pops up out of nowhere like, well, if that's how y'all feel, y'all need to talk to her about it, because I don't want no weak bitches around me, and I want you to tell her. And Sapphire was like, yeah, I have every absolute intention to tell her, but, you know, I'm gonna tell her after practice because we're gonna handle business first. And I'm like, Sapphire, you better emerge as the leader, sis. So as the girls are moving around because they're about to start practicing, Lexi and Joseline starts dancing, and Joseline sees it for Miss Lexi. Okay, Joseline wants the box. Joseline wants the box on her face. And at this point, you know, I think Lexi kind of was like with it too, because she was like, yeah, you know, the art of seduction and things of that nature. But like Joseline was still standing on the refrigerator, like getting twerked on or whatever. She's like, why you smell so good? Like, she's like, I don't know, something my husband bought me. As a matter of fact, let me get out of here. Let me think about this.
Okay. You don't want me to stop? You don't want me to stop? Why you smell so fucking good? What are you wearing?
Can we stop the camera? What the fuck? Bitch, I'm scared. Where's the door?
Because, you know, Joseline was really tempted by Miss Lexi Blow. Cute girl. She's really cute. We all know Joseline is scissor gang, so, you know, no surprise there at all. We have Yummy P and Natural, and they're pretty much just dancing and things of that nature. And, you know, Yummy P and Natural, girl, let me get comfortable on this Memorial Day. Okay, Yummy P and Natural pretty much are discussing, like, you know, I'm positive, I'm sure that, you know, we're gonna do this because we're trained dancers, you know what I'm saying? I'm so surprised that you got the Cabaret Captain. I'm happy for you. Yummy P's like, yes, I am happy, yes. Like, I was here for Miss Yummy P, because, you know, I was feeling the whole, I imagine it won't be a show without me. That was real cute and all, but y'all know I'm right for Miss Natural over here, period. And the exchange was weird. Miss Natural seemed like she was really like supportive of her, so I don't understand. We're gonna get into it, girl. Let me back up a little bit. Here we go. Yummy is proud that she made Captain, Cabaret Captain, period. So they're dancing and practicing, the two, Natural and Yummy, and then your girl Lucky pops out of nowhere, and she's in her Sherpa pajamas, girl, like not taking this serious at all. You know, you can tell she's even said, she's like, girl, I'm taking this as a joke at this point. She showed up in her unicorn onesie, like, girl, let's do this cabaret dance real quick. And they talked about it. You know, she pretty much was just like, listen, if it was me on the other end, I would just, you know, do what I have to do because I'm gonna make it again. And Ms. Natural was just like, y'all just being shady. And at this point, I'm like, lucky nobody likes a sore loser stays. If she took your title, do what you have to do to get it back. You don't even have to put any words on it, okay? I wouldn't even let somebody know I'm sour. I would just show it in my actions. That's the type of female I am. So I was just like, lucky, don't drag this. Yummy, don't F it up, period. Yummy, you know, just reassures, girl, it's business, just respect it. It's not personal, because we all know that Yummy is one of Joseline's favorites, and she's a fan favorite too as well. They reflect on the meet and greet, and I think they're so excited about this meet and greet because y'all keep in mind we were in the middle of a pandemic. Not to say that we're still not, okay, but back then, with the time of their filming, I'm imagining they was on lockdown. These are girls who at the club every day drinking, having a good time. They're not regular like me and you who was sitting home, okay? So they were really kind of excited to be out and about. They talk about Bosstec because Bosstec, I really wish they would have got that on camera because Bosstec, I could tell the last episode she was doing this weird throat thing. Like she just was ready to go. She had her whole puss out. You know, it was just a lot that she was doing. So I wanted them to capture that on camera, but you know, I can only imagine. So all three of them practice and the chemistry seems good, although Yummy P's in the confessional like Ms. Natural was counting over me. I didn't really like that, but never once did she mention it to Ms. Natural. And the next scene, girl, the girls are in a courier van. Girl, they are in this courier van. It just drives me nuts. Like 10 conversations are happening at one time. Like Big Lex is in the front looking sad and disappointed because she ain't got nobody to fight no more. Her little moment to shine is over with. Chanel's in the front. Why does she talk like this? Why is she trying to do that little Chinese accent? Maybe that's where the TSO come from. Maybe she Chinese. Maybe she got a little Filipino in her. But I mean, like, leave that shit to lovely Mimi as far as I'm concerned. I don't really like when you do that. That's not funny to me. I don't know. Yummy is talking about, it's my passion to dance. Yes, it's my passion. I am an artiste and it's my passion. Okay, they start talking about, like, you know, the strippers that they've seen, you know, smoking cigarettes with the cooch. They said they seen a girl with an 8-ball. They seen Ms. Natural said she can push a flower out. You know, if you've been in the clubs, if you've been in the lifestyle, you probably won't see some stuff. Some stuff is gonna go in a snack and it's gonna come out at the end of the show. I personally, yeah, we won't even get into me personally because that's not me want to attach myself to any of that. That's a lot. That was a lot. But you know, these are regular girls from the club, so this is what they got. This is the content that we asked for, right? Okay, we right along. Oh, lucky, she was the one who popped it off. Like, Bosstec, you awfully quiet. What, you not dealing with us today? And Bosstec like, nah, I thought it was y'all that wasn't dealing with me. So Sapphire, they all jump in like, yeah, but we gonna talk. We just gonna talk after practice. And I'm like, y'all keeping it cute with Ms. Bosstec because had it been Barbie, had it been any of the Aqua, had it been any of those other chicks, they would have been on her in the vein. Okay. One thing that I for sure know is Bosstec don't remember what she had going on. She for sure knows, and I think it's so embarrassing to be the next day to be like, girl, I know everybody mad at me, but I don't know where to start because I don't remember. And I'm not even about to sit here up in front like I'm a Miss Goody to show y'all. I've been in situations where I just didn't remember and I was drunk and I was out of line. I'm sorry. So I can relate to this in this, you know, isolated incident. Like, girl, you know, it happens. I'm sure it happens to an extreme. But my heart goes out because they'd be like, damn, I don't even know what to apologize for because I was so tore down. So the girls arrived to the studio and they are all stretching, getting ready to, you know, I guess rehearse and do this performance. Rachel is introduced and she was the one who came up or created the choreography with Joseline Hernandez, okay? So Joseline pulls Yummy to the front like, girl, you the Cabaret Captain, so, you know, come up here and let me know what's going on. What do you think is happening? And she's like, well, it's kind of hard to teach you all because a lot of these girls don't really listen, and they're not really listening to me, and I really just don't understand because there were people counting over me. And you can tell when she was talking Ms. Natural, if y'all pay attention to that scene, Ms. Natural already looking like, the fuck? I know she's not about to talk about me. So maybe she did know, maybe she didn't, but she pretty much just puts her on blast like, yeah, well, you know, Miss Natural over here was just doing a count ahead of me. She was doing all of this and she was doing all of that and I didn't appreciate it. So Miss Natural snaps like, well, why didn't you say that in that moment? Because I feel like I was the only one who was doing the counts. It was everybody, you know what I mean? Miss Natural was honestly hurt by it, and Jenny P's like, well, I'm not mad, sweetheart, I'm not mad, but here's the thing, you put her on blast in front of everybody. Not only that, you being introduced to somebody new, girl. Like, what are you doing? I think she's playing a strategic game. Girl, this lash is bothering. I see what happens. Do you see what happens when you try to be extra? This is why I'm be doing lashes, y'all. This is why, because it annoys me. But yeah, she's just looking like caught off guard, and Yummy's sitting there like, well, you know, whatever the case. And Lucky's in her confession like, girl, you are a pint size. Everybody, I can not even project my voice and talk like you. And then that's what Ms. Natural tried to do. She's like, well, all you had to do was just tell me, which I do think all they had to do was just say, listen, calm down a little bit. I want to be the one that's leading this. She didn't do that, but she want to wait till an opportunity to present like I'm some big bad wolf. I don't like people like that, sis, because you would have just let me know from the rip before putting me out on Front Street, especially if, not even if you're my friend, okay, but if we're being friendly, for that at least, because there's a difference between being friends with somebody and being friendly. But I'm about to move right along because I don't like stuff like that. Y'all know I'm a Scorpio. Ms. Natural's a Scorpio too, so like I feel like I've relived this situation at some point in my life, and I just be like, sis, you did me like that though. Okay, so Joseline for the first time, like, I'm gonna do it with y'all. When I tell y'all they were so off, at this point we might do the choreography better than them, because they were so off. Like, they were going so fast. So Rachel was holding the phone recording it, and Joseline's like, why y'all going so fast? Why y'all going so fast? Why y'all going before me? And here's the thing, like, I'm not a dancer, I'm not classically trained or anything, although I have taken dance classes as a kid, you know, yang around the house. You know, I'm sure I was in a little drill team or something like this. So, like, if a person is doing the choreography, which that's what we're going to call it from now on, if they're doing it in front of you, even if you know the steps, you can slow down the pace, okay? Slow down the tempo, okay? Tempo, slow. Ooh, lights down low. Ooh, I'm so wrong, girl, because we already know R. Kelly is on the web. It's a shame. I need to just get myself together. It's Memorial Day, too, y'all, so... You know, shout out to y'all if y'all watching this video on Memorial Day. I'm sure everybody want to be outside because we back outside. But girl, I'm so off track today. Look at me, y'all. Make sure I give this video a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Also consider subscribing too. It's free and it really helps me out. Thank you. Help me out. Help me out. I'm moving on for real. Joseline. Anyway, Joseline is just snapping.
Growing so fast. The people not going nowhere.
So she does it with them again, and they're a little bit more in sync. And in the process of them doing it a second time, we just see Bosstec go over to the side and she pouring her drink. She got the little gallon of vodka. Okay, pouring her orange juice and vodka. So Joseline comes over. Now Joseline had a little shot too. I don't know if I peeped that. But she said, well, why didn't you do it this time? And she was like, oh, because I needed to take a step back and see, you know, what was going on. Girl, what you been doing this whole time? Man, what have you been doing? Why is it now time to rehearse and you need to take a step back? That's not how this is working. Josh was like, I'm not even about to get on her right now because she's already an alcoholic, but you know. I'm like, girl, Bosstec, it's looking real bad for you, mommy. Sapphire walks off real quick. She starts to cry because she's like, I want this, man. I want this. Let's do it. Which the passion is there. Another thing that I noticed too is Lex got the cakes bowl. One thing about Lex, she got the big gap, but she also got the big dupe too. She got the big old cheeks. I wasn't aware of that. Still doesn't change my opinion, but the body is there. She's giving me good body. So Joseline is not doing it the second time or the third time, and she's like, Yummy, you get back in front. She's like, how come you weren't? She was like, Joseline was like, Yummy, you get back in front because I'm not doing it this time or whatever. She was like, you weren't really on point. And she was like, because I've been up since 7:30 a.m. getting the girls together and I'm super tired. At the end of the day, when it's Joseline's Cabaret, I don't care if you were up for 48 hours, you need to perform it. I'm like, girl, you better go ahead, Ike Joseline. Okay, we're gonna call her Ike Hernandez because that's just how show business work. It don't matter if you got a job to do. If you went out partying last week or the night before, it's Memorial Day, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You better be up for work, period. So Yummy is getting on my nerve this episode. She truly is, if y'all can't tell. At the end of it, Joseline opens the floor for them to talk, and you know, Ms Bosstec is just sitting there like, listen, I'm an alcoholic and I messed up. Sapphire gets emotional. Everybody is like, you know, sharing, you know, that they didn't like how she was acting. Sapphire's like, listen, we all gotta fight our demons. You know you the oldest one here. You big sis, grandma. she wasn't saying that, but she might as well have, because she made it a point to be like, we the oldest ones here. You older than me. I'm like, how many times you gonna say that? Honestly, in my opinion, Bosstec looked younger than Sapphire, but whatever. So the girl's just like, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. So most times the vices be alcohol, sometimes it be coke, sometimes it be Molly, sometimes it's just, you're gonna pick up something along the way when you live in a fast lifestyle. So I think that they really should, you know, address that in a real authentic way. So Joseline is like, all right, well, we're just gonna leave practice right now, and we're gonna go to the house. Let's just have a good time. We're gonna have some drinks. And Ms. Natural's like, how is that gonna help? But I mean, that's the life that they live, right? So back at the house, the girls are all sitting around, like having a kumbaya moment, and she's like, let's just all get this, you know, out on the table. Yummy is like, girl, I'm tired at this point. I don't want to do nothing but lay down. Ms. Natural seems over it too, but they're all there to talk. And Bosstec is sitting in the front. Lex is somewhere over on the side, like she just pissed off at this point. I don't know what's up with Lex. So basically, she just Bosstec kicks it off with, listen, you know, I started dancing at 21. I had 2 kids. My sister went to jail for 12 years for involuntary manslaughter, so I had on my knees. So I had 3 kids, and I'm 21. And I'm like, bruh, okay, somebody call a life alert, because ain't no way, girl. 21, 3 kids, and you moved to Atlanta to make some money for yourself. So she said she had a baby dad who was a stay-at-home baby dad, and I'm like, girl, listen, anyway. But so she was just like, you know, along that time, like, I picked up drinking. Like, I'm gonna have a drink, 1 or 2 or 3 types of drinks, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, when you're in a club, you're moving around, it's different. She said it's different personalities, but really it's different spirits, okay? There's different spirits in there that you gotta kind of entertain so that they can give you money. And it's mentally taxing, it's physically taxing. And then on top of that, you gotta be up too, because you at the club. That's why chicks do coke. That's why chicks do things to keep them up, keep them stimulated, so that way they can get a couple dollars. So the girls start sharing, you know, their own situation. Sapphire says that she has anger issues, and you know, she's pushed away a lot of people because of her anger, people that she loved. But she said, honestly, like, I see my mom go through a lot of stuff in a domestic violence situation, so I much rather be the aggressor than have a nigga try me. So Ms. Natural starts crying because, you know, it triggered her and something. They're like, well, Ms. Natural, you want to share? And she's like, nah, I'm good, just go ahead. And I'm like, girl, that's the Scorpio vibes, because, like, we'll keep it tucked in, baby, but no, it's something there. And then Lexi Blow was like, yeah, well, we knew you was an alcoholic from day one, so, you know, Ms. Bosstec tried to latch on to that, like, well, what's up with you then? She was like, well, I'm just saying, you know. And I think that's what opened the floor, because you got to be sensitive about people's addictions. It's very hard to admit that you have a problem, and then you got a whole bunch of, you know, chicks that's around, like, bitch, you're not all about to jump with me, because I know it's a couple of y'all in here that's doing something, you know what I mean? But mine is just, you know, whatever the case, no judgment is what I'm trying to say. So Yummy shares that her mom is, you know, an alcoholic, or really Joseline shared it, because she said she FaceTimed all the girls before they came on the show, and she was like, yeah, it was 10 o'clock in the morning and your mom had a drink in your hand, and I didn't like how she was on the phone. And she was like, yeah, I deal with that every day, so I understand and I know. And that's kind of like why she got into exotic dancing, because she had to do what she had to do for her mom. And she said, honestly, she feels like she want to get to a point where we're doing so good that her mom wants to be like, I want to put the drink down. And yeah, I'm here to tell you that's never how that works. I understand your rationale behind it, but this is never how it works. You know, when you're dealing with a parent with addiction, you can be the best child that you ever think that you would want, but it doesn't matter about what you do. It's going to be them on their own time, on their own terms, confronting, dealing, and healing with that addiction, period. Ms. Natural circles back and says, you know, I was crying because, you know, a situation happened with my mom when she was in an abusive relationship, and I told my brother to go get his boots, we're going to kick down the door. When we came in, he had a gun to her head, and that's just something that haunts me. And that's a real life trauma that happens to a lot of people, especially kids when they're impressionable, when a father and a mother are supposed to protect a child. And when the child knows that the mother is not protected, it just creates this level of insecurity, instability in a child that really haunts them and really sticks with them. So that's why she was crying. I think, you know, the girls are really opening up about their past, and you can see how their childhood shapes who they are today as women. Not even in the industry, because that's a whole nother element, but just as women, period, y'all. But Ms. Natural turns up and she's like, and first of all, Yummy, I befriended you, and you know everything that I'm going through, and you tried to put me on blast, and this, that, and the third. And Yummy's just sitting there looking like she's so confused, but girl, you ain't confused. And she was like, girl, I just met you, in her confessional. But at the end of the day, it's not about the time frame that you meet people. It's about the connection and the bond. And you can tell that Ms. Natural really needed a friend. And if y'all want to put on this fake little sisterhood thing, then let it be that. You ain't have to put her on blast. You get what I'm saying? I think she was really just hurt because she really confided in Yummy. And Miss Yummy is playing the victim. Just personality flaw. That's all I can say. That's just terrible. I feel like if you know somebody's confiding in you, it wasn't even that much for you to not even say nothing about that. Yummy was shading you more than Ms. Natural. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Lucky was shading her more than Ms. Natural, and that's supposed to be your friend. Lex said something. I like you said, I do a lot of shit, but I don't do a lot of bullshit. And y'all ain't here trying to make friends. Y'all know nothing about me. I can have 6 kids, no kids, none of this, and da 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 da. Which I understand is going to be a competition, but she should put on to let us know a little bit more about her. I'm not gonna lie, when Lex said that, it piqued my interest. Like, okay, sis is smarter than what I think. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to go in there exposing your whole entire hand. And I know how hard it is for a Scorpio to expose, you know, let somebody in for them to do that. It's just like, girl, you trash, you out of here. So, they do a little group hug, but you know, the energy is off. And in the next episode, it's looking like Ms. Natural is going to be leaving because she gets into it with Joseline, because Joseline approached her and saying that we're feeling like you're bullying Yummy. And I think that Yummy did that intentionally because people are conniving like that, and she gives me very much conniving vibes. I could be wrong, could be right. We're gonna have to see, y'all. Anyways, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps me out on this here Miss YouTube algorithm freely. I truly appreciate it. As always, I'm sending you a much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.